Hi everyone, and welcome to Creative Chelsey. Today I am excited to be sharing with you my third alternative project using the April 2022 paper pumpkin kit called Change is Beautiful. In this kit, you received enough supplies to create 9 cards, 3 cards in these 3 different designs. What's fun about these cards is that they are fun fold cards. And if you're interested in seeing me unbox this kit, or create these original projects, or see any of my other alternative projects, you can click on the playlist and I'll link it up here in the top right corner. So today I'm going to be using some of the products in that kit to create this fun flip waterfall card. And I'm calling it a flip card because I'm actually not pulling a piece to create kind of a waterfall look, but it has that same mechanism as a waterfall card. So if you've ever created one of those, then you'll kind of see how they're very similar today. So it's a really fun card. It also still opens up to be a normal card so that you can write a nice message on the inside. If you are new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, click on the subscribe button and then the bell for notifications. I would love to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and help you with any of your paper crafting needs. To purchase any of the products you see me use today, please visit my online store and the link is in the description below. And if you're interested in getting your own paper pumpkin kit, you can use the link below to subscribe. Let's begin this card by creating the card base background first. So the kit came with some really fun envelopes, and what I like to do is open them up so that I can use the pattern on the inside for my cards. So I'm just removing a small amount from each side so that I can open it up, and then I will take this larger area here and I'm going to trim it down to 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and that piece will go on my card base in the center. And the card base color that I'm using is So Saffron, and I'm just going to add this pattern right to the center of the card. Little adhesive on all sides. It's going to also have a nice border around it, so make sure that's nice and even. Okay, so next we're going to take the Flower Cardbase. For my alternative project 2, I did remove this section over here on the right side. Let me show you the original card. So here you can see that it had 2 flowers. This one is the die cut one, and you can see how we removed that section there. So now I'm going to cut these 3 sections into the same size, and I am going to cut them to 2.5 inches by 4 inches. So let's start first with our 4-inch cut so that they're all the same height, and then we will cut into 2.5 inches. So this first cut is going to be right along this fold. So if you need to move it just a little bit so that it's not quite on that fold, you can. So it might be just a little shy of 2.5 inches. Here, I'm going to probably do the same. Let's see. Oh, 2.5 inches is okay. So that cuts right along that edge. I might go ahead and remove that little piece there. So I might bring it down just a little bit. So it's more of like 1/16 off, just to remove that fold from the original card base. And then for this one's a little bigger. It's sitting at 2 3/4. So we'll just want to remove about 1/8 of an inch on each side. There we go. So we go back to 2.5 right here. Perfect. All right, so now we have our 3 panels, and we want to make sure that we add them to our waterfall card in order. So we've got kind of the seedling, we have a closed bud, and then an open flower. So make sure that when you add those to your waterfall mechanism that you do so in that order. So now we're going to go ahead and put together that mechanism. So what I have here is a piece of saffron, and it's 3 inches by 4 inches. And I'm going to score it in 3 different places along the 4-inch side. So I'm going to start at 2 1/4 inches. And then I'm going to go to 2 1/2 inches and 2 3/4 inches. Okay, and then I have this 1 inch, it's about 1 inch, maybe 1 1/4 inches left over. So then I'm going to take a bone folder and I'm going to make creases along each of those score lines, going back and forth. And this just makes it so that it can move easily as you're flipping each piece. So on the 2 1/4 section, we're going to add the full bloom section so that the left edge sits along that score line right there, okay? And you want to make sure it's in the center. So if you need to turn it upside down, you can do that. So just make sure that you know where it should go. And it should have about a 1/2 inch on each side. So I'm going to use liquid adhesive for this, and I'm going to make sure that I have it pretty close to the edge. And I want to make sure again that it's on that left edge right there. Okay, so just line it up using your grid paper or ruler. Make sure you have it right in the center and that the left edge is lined up to that. Okay, so that's the 2 1/4 is sitting right there. Then, so you can see how that bottom edge, and then I still have those 2 1/4 inch sections. So there's 1 and there's 2. And we're going to fold back so we're just seeing the next 1/4 inch section right there. And we're going to add some liquid adhesive. And we're going to place the next section, which is the closed flower. And that's going to go right over that. You want to make sure that they are lined up top to bottom so that they're sitting nice and flush. And that again, that goes all the way to that edge right there. Okay, so then when you flip that, you see the bloom just like that, okay? So next we're gonna go to the next 1/4 inch section, add a little liquid adhesive, and we'll do the seedling on that one. Again, make sure they're flush top to bottom and go right up to that edge. And you'll see a little bit of the flower, like you're gonna see each one of the panels and they should move pretty easily back and forth. Now this section here will just get tucked behind and it just holds everything together so that it can move back like that. Okay, so it's important that that part stays tucked behind and doesn't come out in front. Okay, so now we're going to decorate this, and I'm going to start on the back side, and I'm going to stamp a fun greeting there, because every time we open this, we're going to see a new greeting. So this one says, "I'm so proud of who you've become." And I'm going to do that in Memento black ink, just so that it can show up. And you can stamp that anywhere really on this side here. Just like that. Then let's go ahead and stamp the next one. And I did "Every day is a new day." And in that in black ink as well. Like so. And then we'll put a label there in the front. So now we can take any extra die cut pieces, embellishments, anything we want to add. Here I want to add some of these fun embellishments to the center of these yellow flowers. And then for the next section, I want to add one of the large flowers, and you could put that really anywhere. I think for this one, I want to put it up here on the top right. So I'm just going to add a little dot of glue. You could use dimensionals. It's just going to make things a little thicker here. So I like doing just a little dot of glue. And then this is now ready for our card. So to add this to our card, we want there to be space so that this can flip. And so the best way to do that is by adding dimensionals to the back here, but we need it to be open because we can't have any dimensionals here where these panels are going to be tucked underneath. So make sure it's open to the full bloom, and then just flip it over and add dimensionals to the top and bottom sections. And you could use the larger dimensional sizes if you want. This is just what I have on hand. Okay, so you can see how I haven't added any there so that when these are open, that it can move freely. Then you're going to add this to the center of your card base. Again, make sure that part is tucked underneath, and then you can just place it right in the middle like that. And then you want to just double check that it works by turning one page at a time. And it's so fun to have that flower bloom right on front of your card base like that. So next I'm going to go ahead and stamp the greeting for the front, which says "Beautiful things take time." And I'm going to do that in Melon Mambo. This is the same color that you received in your kit with your Stampin' spot. And then I'm going to just add that with some dimensionals. Now when you add the dimensionals here, you want to make sure that you only add them to the part that's going to be on that front flap. So you don't want to have any dimensionals too far on the right. And that will just go right in the center. And then if you want to add another little flower here for an extra pop of color, you can do that as well. I'm just using this small yellow flower from the kit. And your card is all done. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching me create this fun flip, fold, or waterfall card. If you're interested in getting written instructions or seeing close-up images of this card, you can visit my blog, creativechelsey.com. If you would like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin so that you can get your own kit, please use the link in the description below. Thanks so much for watching. Have a creative day. Bye.